Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, what I want to have a look at. Yes, I should have a lot of news happening. What I want to have a look at today in this reading is, oh my goodness, much to my absolute horror and disgust, it appears that Tucker Carlson is coming down under. He was invited by the equally despised Clive Palmer. He is a mining magnate in Australia who has made a lot of money. He's one of those billionaires where money can't buy taste, and who thinks he should get involved in politics. I think it was the United Australia Party or something along those lines, Australian United Party. Anyhow, so Tucker's coming end of June into July, series of freedom conferences, quite, in all the major cities. So Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, I suspect. There was a whole list. I didn't really look into the list themselves. But Tripping Mate Tarot, I want to have a look about how Tucker Carlson is going to be received in Australia. Now, like all countries, we have a far-right neo-Nazi element who, whenever they're out in public, they're in their black head to toe with their faces covered, not willing to show their faces, etc., as if they are shameful of what they are doing, and so they should be. But let's have a look. How is Tucker Carlson? And I do apologise if I'm bringing some bias in here. I just really, now, if you have followed me for a while, you know Don Jr. was up to travel down under for a while. And I did read on that and saw that he wouldn't come, and no, he pulled out at the last minute, I think due to half sales of tickets. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, they're just really it's going to be spewing lies and disinformation and, the usual carry on as they travel around the country. If he does come, but I want to have a look first. Is Tucker Carlson actually going, ooh, maybe not. Let's see. Or it might be the plug might be pulled on the tour early, is what I'm feeling. I am feeling he will come, but it won't. The plug will be pulled. Now, I hope some like-minded people have a lot of like-minded people have bought tickets and either not turn up or turn up and absolutely give Tucker and Clive a good old Aussie heckling. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Show me Tucker Carlson coming to Australia. Tucker Carlson coming to Australia. Carlson coming to Australia. There is an element that he'll appeal to. We've got our opposition leader at the moment, Peter Dutton, Potato Head Dutton. He's very much in that conservative frame of view where he's anti everything, not willing to give anything a go, and just a naysayer. But let's have a look. Tucker Carlson coming to Australia. Oh, yep, there's a puppy dog asleep in the background. That's Bindi. And yeah, here's the tour itself, the chariot. The tour around Australia. But how's it going to go? The Knight of Cups, bringing forth false offerings. He's going to offer something to an element of people, but he's just beware the false knight with his false offerings. Not a friend of the people at all. What we've got, the energy stewing in and around, under the cover of cloaked darkness. The swords of truth are facing down, pointing down here. Can often mean moving on to calmer waters, but in regards to this particular reading, I think it's just more about surreptitiously moving about the country, spreading their untruths. But let's see where this goes. In the past, desperation to stay relevant. I don't know what Tucker Carlson is like in the US at the moment. But think he's out in the cold, and I think it's a means to raise money. It's also my financial, ethical, and moral corruption card here as well. But okay, thank you. Very much like Clive Palmer. Clive Palmer is absolutely desperate to be relevant as well. I'm just feeling that Tucker has found himself out in the cold and irrelevant, and he's desperate to get back in to the church. Yeah, what he's bringing with him, the energy over this is the unlies, the untruths, I should say, the lies that he's going to spout. He's bringing with him anxiety and chaos and confusion. So let's see where this goes. Queen of Swords, Sword of Truth. Okay, this is a much better energy going forward. The immediate future. The people have spoken. A sword of truth is being drawn and held up. I think there might be some fact checking that goes on here that might not go down well for him. Externally, for Tucker Carlson coming to Australia, crumbs from the table, basically. I would say Clive Palmer has very possibly paid him handsomely for this. Yeah, I just think Clive's paid him to come down. Let's see where we go. Internally, with a big message that he's bringing with him, but how's it going to turn out? A new plan, a new big message that he's bringing, that he's just going to try and hit a home run with. Hopes and fears. I don't think it's going to work. We've got here the fool's gold, the money literally dripping through the fingers with this new opportunity. So, if you're wondering what deck it is, it's the Trip and Wake Tarot. We'll just go entertainment only. I don't think it's going to be successful, but let's see what the outcome is. Got the Knight of Pentacles, mercenary actions at what he's bringing, not listening to, I'm just going to say he's not reading the room. He's in his own gilded cage, feathering his own nest, and the lies are going to be exposed. The lies are going to be exposed. There's a harsh truth coming for him. Queen of Pentacles, on a homeland security basis that might hit him out of left field. I also wonder what he's bringing in his message that he's bringing. He's only interested. Okay, thank you. He's only coming because of the money and the appearance to be relevant, and he's bringing his stinky fish with him. Basically, he's going to go off his cracker with just all sorts of weird conspiracy stuff. Okay, how's he going to be received? How is Tucker Carlson going to be received in Australia? How's he going to be received in Australia? I'd like to think most Australians are smarter than this. I don't quite know what the free conference is supposed to be about, but goodness me. Love it how those that spout freedom are the ones that are all trying to take it away. Let's have a look. They only want freedoms as long as it's complies with what they want. That was that card they wanted out. Show me, how is Tucker Carlson going to be received in Australia? How is Tucker Carlson going to be received in Australia? If it's a big sigh, yes, I just can't believe he's coming. Shows how desperate he is to stay relevant, that he would actually come to a wee little country like Australia. Obviously, the Americans aren't listening to him anymore. The United States-isms. Let's have a look. Show me, how is Tucker Carlson going to be received in Australia? Oh, that one. Okay, right. Sometimes they take a while. Got to listen to your guides. Right, this first card that came out. Oh, not necessarily well. He's hanging on to his message, but his back up is up against the wall. Here's Clive Palmer. Google him if you want. Not overly liked in Australia. He thinks he is, but he's not because of his money. The hilarity when his super yacht hit a sandbank and got stuck the other day was a marvel to watch. But yeah, here's Clive Palmer. Um, Getting the feeling that Clive also wants to be relevant too. Goodness me. Um, okay, so the plan is bringing him in from overseas. However, you got the three crows here, and I'm always drawn to the three crows being equivalent to the Three of Swords. So heartbreak, loss, despair, betrayal, all the rest of it. So how's he going to be received? Well, Australians aren't stupid. We do look out overseas. We are a very outward-looking country. Very aware of our place in the world, very aware of what goes out on elsewhere in the world, because I am asking how he's going to be received. So this could be what am I getting here? Two usually means a choice that needs to be made. Always drawn to this looking like poison symbol, even though it's not. Heartbreak, loss, despair. I think Australians might make the choice not to pay to attend. What are they asking? $200 or something to attend? Yeah, because of his lunacy in the past. We see his lunacy. We see his lies. I mean, there are still some that bay to the lunacy of what's going on, but his his lies and betrayal and lunacy in the past, it's on show for everyone to see. Yeah, the stinky fish again. Page of Cups, it can be something unexpected out of left field, but I'm just thinking that all he's going to dish up is the same old, and it smells off. Okay. Immediate future. Here is the decision about whether to continue the tour because it's not selling, is what I'm getting there. Do we continue because we're not getting the profits we thought we would. We're not selling the tickets we thought we would. Yeah, immediate future. Does the tour continue? Externally, for how Australians are going to receive Tucker Carlson, walking away from the lies and the abuse of power and the win at any cost, that rhetoric, walking away. Internally, because we see connection, the devil energy that's there, his connection to the devil. Hopes and fears. Hope, ticket sales. Fear, not going to put out the money. The paupers are not going to put out the money. Those that would probably most likely support him can't afford $200 for a ticket. The outcome, yeah, him and Clive in the middle there going, rah, 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 look at us, blah, 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 but everybody's just walking away in the background, just walking away. It's a truth that they need to acknowledge. How are they going to be received? There may even be, Tucker might be kicked out of the country. Tucker might be kicked out of the country because we don't put up with that sort of BS. Because this is the sort of truth being drawn, being brought forward, and the ship's departing. The message and the ship's departing. Got the chaotic message with the Ten of Wands, being seen and heard for who he is, and it's unpleasant if you look at the figures in the background. Not going to like what is on offer. Okay, I might leave it like that. I do feel he'll come. I do feel that they'll sort of hold the first couple of events. But they're going to have to weigh up whether they continue, because I just feel, yes, there will be maybe a couple of hundred turn up, but I just feel they're going to be a flop. See, and they're going to very potentially cancel partway through the tour. So couldn't happen to a nicer couple of blokes. I'll see you later.